Alright, hi guys, welcome back to PKFX YouTube trading channel. Today is Saturday and the market is currently closed. So as usual, we'll do the weekend game plan for the upcoming days for the potential trades that I'm looking at. And as usual, we'll do the top-down analysis for every single currency pair in terms of weekly, daily and 4-hour, and what am I expecting for the market to do in the upcoming days. Alright, so without further ado, I'll go through one by one the currency pairs that I've already shortlisted. It looks like it's pretty much quite a bit of JPY pairs because JPY pairs had a tremendous push towards the downside. You can see on a weekly candle, this is an extremely strong bearish engulfing candle that has formed, and it's pretty much similar bearish engulfing candles all over JPY pairs. So some of it over here, I'm looking at a potential counter trend trade. Some of it is technically still pro trend trade. So I'll just go through one by one. My very first pair is USDJPY. So USDJPY, this is technically still the higher high, and this is technically still the higher low. So the market has not really broken below. So despite this strong bearish engulfing candle, USDJPY on a weekly is still bullish, right? So the 200 EMA is also coming down here to act as a potential support. So weekly is a buy, and if I go to daily, obviously the daily is a sell. But right now I'm looking at a potential buy entry point. Ideally, if the market pushes further towards the downside, then this will be a potential 1 to 2 risk reward entry for me for a reversal towards the upside. This will be the last point that the market can actually come down and test and reject before it moves towards the upside to follow the weekly buy structure. But looking at the very strong weekly and daily move towards the downside, I'm expecting some sort of a correction to most probably happen immediately. So that would even result in the market to immediately open and push towards the upside. So if I see that happening, then any sort of a retest in this area can turn this resistance, currently it is a resistance, into a support, and the market can actually push towards the upside as well. So I don't know if the market is gonna run all the way down. If it does, I'm looking for a buy. If it doesn't, it pulls back earlier, I'm still looking for a buy. If I go down to the 4-hour, obviously the 4-hour, this is the lower low and this is the lower high. So any sort of push towards the upside during the market open, I can look for a potential buy, or any sort of push towards the downside, also I can look for a buy. But overall, USDJPY, this is what I'm looking for, a potential buy, just because I've had a very strong engulfing candle. There should be some sort of a correction to take place before a continuation towards the downside. I could be completely wrong, but I'm counting on this weekly EMA to still act as a support, and with this huge correction, some sort of a push towards the upside to continue to resume. So that's USDJPY. Moving on to EURJPY, and as you can see, it's pretty similar. The only difference is it has actually broken the weekly structure as well, making this the new lower low and this as the new lower high. So weekly is a sell, unlike USDJPY where the weekly was a buy. EURJPY, the weekly is now a sell. However, still the EMA is coming in as a support, so I'm expecting for some sort of a push towards the upside. And if I look at the daily, same thing, this is the lower low, and over here, up here, all the way here, this is the lower high. So I'm expecting some sort of a correction right from over here for the market to continue to push towards the upside. Maybe when the market opens, I may even miss this trade. It may even correct immediately. But if it dumps, then I gotta see how the weekly EMA is gonna hold out. And if I go down to the 4-hour, right now it is in my area of interest. So any sort of movement and a shift of the lower time frame into a buy, that will indicate a potential buy opportunity over here. I don't know if I can get that, because if I look at the 30 minutes candle, this is the structure point that it has to break in order to make it as a buy. But by then, the market already, I'm looking at a TP here, so it doesn't make sense to wait for a shift of structure. So I don't know if this trade I can get the potential entry or not, but let the market open first and we'll see how it moves about, and we'll decide from there on. Now, next trade that I would like to look into is EURGBP. And EURGBP, if I look at this trade, it had a very beautiful, I would say, shoulder, head and shoulder break below, retest, and it pushed towards the downside. Now it is making some sort of a retracement. I have two options over here. Ideally on a weekly basis, because this is a weekly sell now. So looking at this chart, I want it to, if this were to play, it's probably going to be 1 week to push towards the upside, 1 week to hold over here or buffer over here, and then probably the following week to push towards the downside. So I don't know if it will happen immediately. If that is were to play out, then it's not an immediate trade. But also at the same time, if I go to the daily, right, the daily is a buy, but I see that the daily is also rejecting from the daily EMA. This is the beautiful curve that we always look at, and the EMA comes at the top and the market curves like this, indicating that it is going to continue the trend towards the downside. Now, if the market pushes below my area of interest and then comes back and retests and pushes below again in the next few days, then this is a potential sell. Otherwise, I'd rather wait until the market pulls back all the way up here and then it sells down. So that's a EURGBP, right? If I look at the 4-hour as well, well, nothing much over here. This is technically the lower low and this is technically the lower high. We will know if this EMA is going to hold or not. If it holds and pushes upwards, then it's going to go up, then it's probably not the trade for the week. And if it breaks below, then most probably this will become the trade for the week. So that's EURGBP. Moving on to the next trade, which is EURUSD. Now this trade, this is a bit risky because I'm trying to go counter trend trade over here. I see this particular trend line that if it breaks, it's probably going to rally towards the upside. But at the same time, if I zoom in, I can also see that the EMA on the weekly is now coming in as a support, and I'm testing this particular zone from the bottom. So this is technically acting as a resistance. Sorry, the EMA is a resistance. This box over here is a resistance. What I expect is some sort of a pullback, at least until this structure points over here. And then we'll see how the market goes about. So my expectation, despite the weekly is bullish, I'm expecting a counter trend trade for a sell, which coincides with the daily pattern, which is technically still a sell. This is the lower low, this is the lower high. The challenge here is, despite this doji indecision candle that it has formed, which usually marks the top and then it rolls over, it has to break the daily EMA that's coming up as well. So that's quite a bit of a challenge, given that this is a counter trend trade, and maybe this is indicating the top, but it has to push through and break past through the daily EMA before it hits the take profit level. If I look at the 4-hour, well, the 4-hour is a buy. This is the higher high, this is the higher low. And to be fair, if I need to enter this trade, it has to be immediate. So I can see over here any form of shift of structure on the 30 minutes candlestick, which is about to happen. If that happens, then that is the entry point for EURUSD sell. This might happen pretty quickly given the position of the market right now, which is pretty much, you know, at a very top point over here. I'm expecting a push towards the downside, but I could be wrong because this is counter trend trade. So the last thing that, you know, it could do is probably even break past through this weekly EMA and then break past through this triangular pattern that it is forming over here and then have a massive push towards the upside. We don't know, right? So let the market open and see what it does, and then we'll decide if this is a valid trade, a valid counter trend trade towards the downside to sell EURUSD or not. So that's EURUSD. Now moving on to the next pair, AUDCHF. AUDCHF, well, I'm expecting the market to give me some sort of a pullback before a push towards the upside. Weekly is a buy. This is the higher high, this is the higher low, right? Daily, same thing, it's a buy. This is the higher high and this is the higher low, and the market did pull back, had that doji candle and the reversal pattern. Last thing that we know is it could probably just pump towards the upside. This probably already acted as a support, but any sort of a pullback with the daily EMA coming in as a support, I can also look at a potential buy for a potential 1 to 2. Now, This is a bit more riskier because ideally I want my stop loss to be something like this, right, to cover the entire box over here. And if I were to do that, then to make the 1 to 2 risk to reward to make sense, my buy point has to be something like this. So I think this will be a better trade, but I don't know if I'm going to get that. But if I look at the 4 hour as well, the 4 hours technically is a buy, and based on what I'm asking for, the 4 hour has to turn into a sell before I can enter the trade. So I'm gonna keep an eye for AUDCHF for a potential buy, but I don't know if I'll get it. But if I get it, then it's a potential entry for here. Now, GBPCAD, the next trade that I'm looking for. GBPCAD, I'm looking for a potential buy. So weekly is a buy, and if I go down to daily technically is also a buy. This is the higher high and this is the higher low. Market did not break. In fact, the EMA still held. Market pushed towards the upside. So any sort of a pullback, I'm interested to buy. And the 4 hour, technically it's a buy right now with the 4 hour EMA coming in as a support. So any sort of a pullback and a curvature, I expect to continue to buy for GBPCAD. Moving on to the next pair, once again it's JPY pair, but this time around for this JPY pair, right, this weekly turned into a sell, this making it the lower low, this is the lower high. It actually broke broke below the weekly EMA. Now it's coming into this support zone, but if I were to expect for a buy, I need to understand that I'm waiting for it to come to this support zone, and then when it's pushing higher to reach TP, it has to break the weekly EMA once again. So I don't know if I'm going to get that, but that's the trade I'm looking for. If I look at the daily as well, right, daily is a very strong sell. If it continues to dump towards the downside, then any sort of a shift of structure, I may look for a potential buy, just because I want it to recover a little bit before a continuation towards the downside. And the 4 hours, same thing as well, very similar patterns, all the JPY pairs. Any shift of the lower time frame into a buy, once it's already in this region, I can look for a potential buy. So for CADJPY, technically buying is a counter trend trade, right? And finally, NZDJPY, for this particular pair, I would say that I'm aiming for a potential sell, which will be a pro trend trade, because this is the lower low and this is the lower high for the weekly. Market did come all the way up here, made a beautiful rejection, and then went all the way down here, breaking this particular zone, turning it from a support into a potential resistance. So if at all market pulls back, this area should by right act as a resistance before a continuation towards the downside. I don't know if I can get the trade for this week. Most probably it might take a few days to push up before it continues the downtrend. Or looking at the location for the TP, a single candle in a single opening day can also hit the TP as well. So all I could do is, as usual, wait and see how the market reacts. For now, the daily is still a buy, looking at this chart, and the 4 hour technically is a sell. So it's a bit messy, that's why it's not really my immediate thought process for my preferred trade. I'm going to continue to see how the market turns up. And finally, for gold, I would say I do not have a trade for now. I took a beautiful 1 to 2 risk to reward trade that hit my TP, and then immediately upon closing, it literally reversed. It went all the way up here. I saw a potential entry one more time, but I did not enter because it was Friday. I wanted to enter another 1 to 2 risk to reward for a sell when the market shifted the lower time frame over here, but I did not. I waited. And right now, to be fair, it is outside of this particular trend line, right? So was this the actual breakout? I don't know, because though this candle looked strong, the next candle engulfed it and came back and touching the line right now. So any break below, most probably it's going to dump all the way down. So for now, I am not going to take any action on gold. I am just going to monitor what the chart is going to show me the next few days. And if I see a potential entry, then probably yeah. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue to monitor gold. So yeah, guys, that's about it. That's pretty much the trades I'm looking for. I would say this week it's a bit difficult. I don't know if I'll get a good trade, but overall that's what I'm looking for. USDJPY is a buy. EURJPY also is a buy. EURGBP potential sell, or maybe this will be a next week trade. EURUSD an immediate sell. The rest, I don't know if I'll get the opportunity, but I'm going to continue to monitor and see what the market presents. So that's about it, guys. That's the weekend game plan. All the very best, and thank you so much. Take care.